So I know you guys have been seeing me gamble a lot lately in the markets, but this week's going to be nothing like that. I needed to make up for my losses.
As you can see, my Nvidia shares that I picked up much lower, around 159 a while back, are in the money. If you guys see my other account, you see that I gamble a lot, right? Earnings season, buy, earnings season, sell. This is kind of the account where I don't gamble with as much. I use different strategies for different accounts. They all kind of diversify different trading strategies. When one fails, sometimes another strategy does a little bit better. So that's kind of my way of diversifying trading, is just diversifying trading strategies altogether.
I just want all of the money. Do you know what I said?
So for starters, I sold off Nvidia Monday morning, bought 50 shares of it around 159. I sold it for 164 or something. And so the timing was pretty good. I made like $260, and the price of the stock went really far down after I sold it. So worked out for me. Got a little lucky there, and as always, it's always good to make money in the market. So the same thing with SPY. I think Friday, where I bought SPY, market was up Monday morning. I went ahead and I sold it for some money. So once again, always good to make money there. So the next trade I want to talk about is Twitter. So I had bought Twitter, I think $30 and some cents, and I had made some money off of it, and I decided to get rid of it. If you recall, there's a theme that you'll probably be seeing through this video and all my other videos, and that's the names of the securities I trade tend to stay the same. Sometimes earnings helps me find new securities that I think are very volatile and make good trading tools. Like I picked up Nvidia recently. Nvidia was not really a part of my regular trading regimen of the stocks that I will use to just grind out a living off of. But I've gotten interested in Nvidia. I'm not that good at reading the tape of Nvidia yet. And just because you're good at reading the tape of a stock doesn't mean the tape can't change on you. Sometimes you think you're good at something and you realize later on, it's upside down on you. Nvidia is kind of interesting to trade because it just jumps 20-30 cents at a time. But going back to it, Twitter is something that's always been a part of my active trading account, and I still have Twitter, and I basically, anytime I can make a quick $100 off of Twitter, I'll take it. And I will probably continue that until it's no longer profitable to do so. The next stock I want to talk about are S&P futures. Well, it's not really a stock, it's futures, whatever. So I had made about $167.50, something like that, trading S&P futures. That was the only trade I actually caught on camera for the week with S&P futures. This is actually my staple product. This is something I will always trade. One contract gives you exposure to about $140,000 worth of stock market equity. So, the margin account, I probably should have checked it out before I started rambling on video. I believe it's 5,500. I'll probably correct it if it's not 5,500, meaning if you have $5,500, it gets you exposure to $140,000 in the stock market. So it's a very leveraged tool. It's one that I feel like if you want to try to learn how to make money in the stock market, this is one that I would really suggest you learn, but tread very carefully because you can go broke on this thing. So we're back to Nvidia, and I made $170 once again day trading this stock. You don't even need that much money to day trade Nvidia. Basically, I bought 50 shares of Nvidia, and 50 shares allowed me to make $170, and 50 shares of a stock at price at 156 ballpark. You need about $7,500 to make $150, $160 on the Nvidia stock as a day trade. So not a bad return on that stock, and I think I'll keep Nvidia as in my regular routine. of stocks I'm trying to day trade. It's, like I said, I'm not the best at reading the tape of it. It's a little bit trickier of a stock to read. Like it drops 20-30 cents. I always get faked out with it. But hopefully after trying a few more times, I'll get a little bit better of an understanding of how that stock trades, how it works. The next thing I want to talk about is Twitter. I picked up Twitter shares once again throughout the week. I made about $94 off of it, and I just got rid of it. So it's nighttime. I get the lighting is bad. I apologize. But let's go into the next trade. I bought FireEye right around 1672, give or take a couple cents here or there. Don't remember the exact purchasing price, but I ended up selling it later on this week, 300 shares for $17.12. FireEye is a regular part of stocks that I actively trade. So the next stock I want to talk about is Tesla. Elon Musk was getting kind of beat up on Friday. A lot of that had to do with the fact that Tesla, the market didn't take well to the fact that Tesla was reducing the price of their lowest cost vehicle. I didn't think it was that bad of a thing, but apparently the market didn't take it very well, and Elon Musk's legendary stock lost 8% on Friday. I bought the dip around 293. I don't remember the exact price. We can go back to the footage and take a look. And then I think I sold it for like 295, no, you know what? I probably bought it for like 295, sold it for 297. It doesn't matter. I made $200 off the stock. So it was another one of my quick flips. I saw it was down 8%, decided to take a piece, and it worked out for me. Having said that, Tesla is another stock. I think everything I complained about in video with, Tesla is even worse. I had a very hard time reading the tape. There was 60-70 cents worth of jumps within like a second or 2 seconds, and it was very hard to read a tick by tick which direction I thought the market was going. Maybe I'll get better at this with Tesla stock with practice, as you typically do, but it had a lot of discontinuity in regards to the jumps in price. Honestly, in regards to a long-term investment in Tesla, I'm a huge fan of the product. I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. I hang out with a lot of poker players that, think that that guy's a genius, and I do too. I'm not taking away from his geniusness, but I feel like he needs to stay away from Twitter. You know how some people shouldn't discover certain things? Alcoholics probably wish they never discovered alcohol at an early age, or gamblers probably wish they never discovered the casino at an early age. The people on Wall Street bets might wish they never discovered options trading at a certain age. I feel like Elon Musk probably should have never discovered Twitter. And I think that would really help his company if he just stays off of Twitter. I love you, Elon. Just stay off of Twitter. Do it for your shareholders, okay?
I sold this in the morning for $173 profit. It has dropped like a rock. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'll buy it back at this price. What the hell just happened? Whatever.
So the next trade I want to talk about is NVIDIA. Once again, the names are all the same. I bought it once again at 154.60 and I flipped it for 156.60. I just basically took another $100 out of NVIDIA.
I think you guys missed my last buy of Square. I bought another round at 77.66. What I'm actually tempted on doing, I can't really find too much bad news of why it's selling off as much. You know, I thought the market had time to digest. I know one of the co-founders had died recently, but I didn't think that that was, you know, enough of a reason. What I'm actually looking at is these options contracts for 2 weeks will earn me some money, and I think I might just buy at least, you know, maybe $200. You know what? Let's limit some of my downside here.
So let's talk about the gamble of the week. Was really not much of a gamble. So low risk, and I still managed to screw it up, but it was a very low risk gamble. So let's go into it. I bought Square into earnings because I thought the earnings were gonna be good, which they were, and I sold a covered call against Square. So yeah, it was one of those trades that I had done with some protection. Like I was saying with Square stock, I really lowered my risk by selling these covered calls. And as it turned out, by close Friday, I had made no money on the trade. Square stock, I think, fell to, you know, $2 a share, and I sold options that so I basically lost $200, and my options contract protected about $195 worth of losses there. One of the other things that I probably should have done is Square did hit $82 a share at one point Thursday, and I stupidly thought, okay, I'll just let the options and all that other stuff expire worthless, or you know, I'll, you know, get called out of the option on Friday. I wasn't expecting the turnaround in Square price on Friday, so it had quite a bit of a reversal between Thursday and Friday. I remember even calling up a friend of mine, telling him, oh, if Square closes above 82 or at 82 tomorrow, I'll be so happy, and it closed at 77 something. So guys, don't get greedy, don't be like me, you know, just you know, living frugally but making dumb mistakes trading. You know, when it's time to take your money, just take your money. And lesson learned, as opposed to breaking even on Square, I could have been up quite a bit of money, and that was almost all my fault. I think in total trading hours last week, I spent less than probably 5 or 6 hours. So it wasn't my full-time thing last week, whereas, you know, on a weekly basis, I do spend a little bit more time trading than I did this past week. And I'm kind of trying to give you guys more of a rundown of what all the small trades are over the course of the week that kind of allow me to take my gamble. Sometimes the gamble goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, and you guys have only been seeing the gamble aspect of my channel because I typically think that the gamble is the more interesting aspect, not these couple $100 hits here or there.
Just want all of the money.
You know,